We are going to try this now. This is round 2. I think I fixed the problem. Let's go. What up, guys? I think I fixed it. Don't know why it was behaving like we were running on internet from the 1990s, but whatever. It's solved. The important parts that I wanted to talk about today. It sucks we don't have Truth Will Set You Free tonight, but it's a giving week to where we get caught up with a lot of family and a lot of things, right? And so that's the important part that I wanted to talk about a little bit is I we didn't have Truth because schedules didn't work and stuff like that, but that's all right. You're getting individual shows with each of us, and we'll start sharing some of the things we're feeling right now. And I do see a lot of the comments. It looks better. Thank you. Like, I was not going to do a show the way it was looking. It was no. It looked awful. But anyways, so back to what I was wanting to talk about for a few minutes. We're not going to spend a whole lot of time about this. But I wanted to cover it because I felt it was necessary due to the time of the year. And the time of the year, I understand people have their own opinions about Thanksgiving and the importance of that and those things. That's okay. And I appreciate those things because one of the things that I do like about Thanksgiving and I appreciate a lot about is getting people together. And that is what I see Thanksgiving is. There's some bad history there, but I honestly think that was just the time that was going on then. You can't go back and change it, and if you were to change it, you're going to change our country, and I love what we have right now. And so there's no reason to change that. Anyways, but I got thinking a little bit, like after I was watching Russo's show earlier, his live that he did, talking about the trial, talking about the guy that drove through the Christmas parade in Wisconsin. Waukesha, I think is the city. I cannot say that name right. And he was talking about how bad that guy was and how our media is so manipulative. Our media is so bad and constantly feeds us the bad stuff and to keep us wanting more, right? My show, I wanted to do this and talk a little bit more about looking for the positive in things. I'm not giving that guy an excuse to go run over kids. Absolutely not. But I wanted to focus on some of the better stuff that we have going on right now. We just saw one of the greatest elections in 2021 to be able to start turning people around. Waukesha. Thank you, Aubrey. That sounds more logical there. But when I was going around and looking at things, when it comes to Thanksgiving, I want us to be thankful. Not that we are not as a country or as unifying together and coming together with people. We can actually be thankful for what we have and what we have going for us and the improvements we have. 2021 election for some of the basic stuff here in Utah, huge win, right? It's fantastic, and I'm thankful that we're starting to see a better change to where we can actually get our country back. We had some big wins. Now, some people might not like certain people in the election that were elected. That's cool. That's fine. But change is good. And change can bring us to a really bright future. And you're funny, Aubrey. But when it comes to all of this, the part that I wanted to promote and talk about today a little bit, I just felt this weird urge to do it. Um, Thanksgiving, I want everyone to think more about how to be more engaged with your community and your family, your friends. If we don't have those things, then we really don't have a whole lot of stuff to deal with. We have hatred, we have violence, we have nothing to be proud of if you don't have family, friends, and loved ones around. And that's where Thanksgiving to me is very, very important. You need to have those people around. And I I would encourage everyone this year to look around their table on Thursday or whatever day you're celebrate. Like Suni, it could be Wednesday, our Wednesday, her Thursday. But for Thanksgiving this year, I want to see everyone be thankful for what they have and people around them, their community, and the people that are coming together and unifying to ensure that we're doing the best thing possible for what we have today. And that is either our country, our local city, our county, whatever. Unify and bring people together to try to solve our problems. Instead of point fingers or blame, let's unify and try to understand the opposition and try to solve that. I know I'm usually the person that falls middle ground on political issues on some of them, but not all of them. But I would really like I my thing is I see this as an opportunity this year. Politics don't have to mean everything. Eh, we saw it after the decision was in the Kyle Rittenhouse verdict. You saw people actually just having conversations on the street and talking. We put it on Be the Change here. That didn't really happen before. This year we can do it, it seems. And I would encourage you to have those conversations and be civil and do those things because that is how we're going to grow and become better as a country is coming together. That is where Thanksgiving came from. We came together even though there was some bad stuff that was done and I understand that. But I want to see the good in it, which is yeah, they broke bread, they had conversations, they sat down at the same table, had dinner or supper, wherever you're from, whatever you call it. Um, but those are the things that I think can change what is going on in the world and representing and leading by example of being the change you want to see in the world. Like I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just sharing my two cents. And you want to do something different, you feel a little different, that's cool. That is your right to be able to do that. And I would encourage you to do that and do that with peace and love. And entering into this holiday season when we're coming into Christmas and we have all of that stuff that's continuing. No matter what religion, like you have Hanukkah, you have all of them, like so be it. Celebrate it. Wish your neighbor happy holidays if you have to. I prefer to say I prefer to say Merry Christmas. And I've never had anybody blow up at me for saying that because they understand I mean it with good intent. In this holiday season, I think we can make big changes by leading by that example. And I want to see us do that. And Brent, some people need to be told what to do, but they want to be told. That's fine. That's kind of why I'm here. But overall, I'm not going to tell them they have to do it. It's their right to choose on if they want to do that or not. Right. Overall, my big thing that I wanted to bring I there's all this negativity in the media, all this negativity in everything that we do right now, paying attention to politics. And I get it. It's a lot of weight that you carry because you want the best for what we have in this country. And so do I. We can't overlook the more important things, which is family and friends before country. So remember, when it comes to these holidays that are coming up, your friends and your family are the most important. And take care of them, wish them, reach out to people that you haven't talked to in months or years if you haven't spoke with them. Do that. It's super valuable to do so. It would enlighten someone's day. And that's the spirit and what we should be promoting right now. Not necessarily the negativity that the media tells us what we should be doing. Hating on someone or anything like that. Like there's all kinds of stuff we can talk negatively like negative about, but I don't want to do that. I want to see us unify and come together and lead by example by being the change that we wish to see in the world. And some of that is being a little bit of the bigger person of telling people that's the way you feel, that's the way you feel. I'm not going to change your mind, right? And some of that is, oh, you see, you're complaining about how things are a mess, and then you don't pick up garbage. You don't pick up the garbage that's next to the garbage can. You're not leading by example. You're just complaining. So lead by example by picking it up and put it in the garbage can and represent to others on what should be done. And I think that's how we can bring things back together. Um, but that's my quick conversation I wanted to have with you guys and share. Because this week we're not going to have scheduled shows. It's schedules just don't work out because of the holidays, which is fine. But I had a feeling this week that we need to talk more about unifying and not following the media's structure and what the media is pushing. We can start creating our own narrative and combat the negativity and everything that we see that is going on in the world today. And that's a lot of the stuff that I wanted to come through and talk about. Um, it, I just see that we're making progress, and I don't want to lose that ground. And I agree, Gail. It's called Be Kind, and I don't disagree with that. Figure out some way to be able to help your community, your friends, your family, or even your neighbors. Do something small for them this time of year. That's what it's about. Is caring for everybody and being neighborly. And happy Thanksgiving, Melanie. Happy Thanksgiving to you too. Um, it can be hard when only one side wants to unify. Brent, I don't disagree with you. But when it comes to one side that doesn't want to unify, one side that is always pointing fingers, we can point fingers back. However, how productive is that? It's not, because they take offense to it too. So I see that we can actually come together as in having conversations, civil conversations, not pointing fingers back and pointing blame, but having an understanding of where people come from and having those civil conversations. We're getting away from that today. And that's what I think that we can really improve upon. Um, Definitely with some of the situations that have happened recently, we can easily talk about them. And that is where you can find a middle ground in a place that you can unify with others. Um, Commonly, what I see is a lot of people just blame. Like, I get accused all the time of being some Trump supporter, or if I don't agree with some Trump supporters, I get claimed as I'm some liberal. When I really fall not in either category. Um, So it gets difficult, but leading by example and reminding everybody on how we can actually do these things and do it properly by having a civil conversation and a discussion is very, very productive. So that's mostly what I wanted to talk about. I see a lot of people are dropping off at the moment, but I hope everybody has a very, very safe and happy Thanksgiving and enjoy your time away and remind everyone what this day is about. It's not about some of the negativity that we have going around. It's about unifying and coming together as a family and friends. And in doing that, coming together with family and friends, we can break bread, let any issues that we have between us go away, and have a great dinner and a time together. So, with that being said, anyways, guys, I just wanted to jump on and do a quick talk, but don't worry about it, Jeanette. You can go back and watch it. Not a big deal. Because it will still be posted. What are my plans for Thanksgiving? We are hosting it here at my house. So there's a lot of pressure on my wife and I to make sure Thanksgiving is ready for this year. We're having my sister and her kids and then my parents over. But it'll be a good time and we'll enjoy it and be thankful for everything that we have and the luxuries we have in this country. Um, not be discussing at the dinner table all the negative things that want to remind us every day. We don't want to do that. We don't want to do that on Thursday. Let's be thankful for what we have and look to the positive in things. I always found bird meat tasting bad. Well, don't eat birds off the road, man. Jeanette, I'm here in Utah. I'm not East Coast or even Midwest. But anyways, guys, I just wanted to share that because since we're not doing a show tonight, I had a few minutes between organizing some things, and this is kind of how I felt today, and want to share it with everyone, and hopefully it enlightens you guys to have a positive Thanksgiving with everyone, and possibly even break bread with someone that you haven't spoke with in a long time. Those are things that we should be looking at on Thanksgiving on how to do and enlighten or make someone's day better. So, thank you everyone for joining. I just wanted to do this quick show. What up, Suni? I'm just signing off. But everyone, happy Thanksgiving. If I don't do a live tomorrow, I might not. But I wanted to do this one just to make sure it's out of the way and everybody could see it before Thanksgiving. And we will talk to you guys later.